everyone! So today I have a really quick pattern for us, and this is a summer project because I'm in a few Facebook groups and I see that people are asking now what to do for summer, and so I made this summer top here. Dresses really nicely. I'm pretty happy about it. And I made this edging that's kind of a trend now, a different edging color to your top. Okay, this top's gonna be a really quick tutorial because it's only 2 panels, as you can see. And as always, I'm gonna share the pattern on my Etsy and on my knittingpatterns.com of different sizes that you can make. Okay, I made a medium size for this one, and on the pattern I'm gonna put the sizes as well. You need to make this top, what you're gonna need is only a roll of cotton if you're using cotton. Okay, I used less than 100 grams for this top, so 100 grams roll of any yarn you prefer. It could be that mandala ombre that works really well on the machine, or if you want to try and work with cotton. I know that a lot of people lose a lot of stitches with the cotton yarn especially, and that's because I think the cotton yarn, it doesn't have any stretch on it, it's just a raw material, and so it is a bit tricky to work with this yarn. But during this video I'm gonna share the way that I work my panels. You can't actually, you probably can, but I don't. Okay, use this thing here, the yarn guide. Okay, I'm actually gonna be using my Sentro machine 48, but you can use the Addi 46 and the Sentro 40 as well for this, even on the size small, medium, large. Okay, small, medium, large can be made on the Sentro 40 as well. Okay, so during this video I'm gonna be showing you guys how I made my panels, how I work my panels with cotton. Okay, and actually I'm making a new tutorial right now, not this one, and I realized that the mercerized cotton, because it's a more soft cotton, it goes a bit better on the machine than this very raw material that I bought in Bali. Okay, and this goes a bit harder on the machine, like the pegs make a little noise. Okay, but as you can see, the results very uniform, and that's because I actually do the tension with my hands instead of using the tension guide of this machine. So let's get into it, and let me know, as always, let me know if you like this pattern, if you want to see more of this. I'm making a dress next, which I think is gonna look really cool. And so this was just a fast one for people that are looking for summer projects. Okay, other than this yarn, so you can use this one, which is an A-ply. You can use A-ply mercerized, which is the finishing that I made here. You can be using mandala ombre as well, and I'm gonna put a list down underneath on the description. I'm gonna put a list of yarns that I find on Lion brand. Has a few yarns you can use for this, so I'm gonna put a list on the description below of what types of yarn you can use. And this is a really good project for the summer because it's fast, it doesn't use much cotton or yarn, and you can have a top in, like, seriously, this took me 2 hours to make. It's really fast, so it's a really good project for the summer. So let's get into it. So to start this project I'm using scrap yarn, and I'm using cotton because I'm gonna use cotton after as well, so I'm just using a little bit of cotton that I had at home. and I'll be making 31. I'm gonna cast on 31 stitches. 31. Okay, I'm going to make 4 rows with this yarn. Here to work with cotton, I normally use my hand for the tension, okay, and panel as well. For panel, if you're working with panels, it's always easier to work with your hands here instead of this. And the reason why is because every time you get to the edge of the panel, you need to apply some pressure, so because otherwise the edges are gonna look really ugly. It's gonna look really loose. So apply some pressure here and then come back. Also, the cotton, it doesn't have much elasticity to it, so you really need to work the tension with your hands here. See, I will always apply some pressure here on the way back, and once you're getting used to, it's not that hard. I actually enjoy feeling, feeling the tension, because I'm gonna show you now the other side that I made. And this is here the other side. As you can see, look at the edges, they're perfect. So this is the reason why I always like to, work the tension with my hands. And also here, as you can see, the knitting, it looks very good. I mean, it looks like the same tension all the time. And this would be hard to get if you put the yarn here on these tension holders. And the reason why is because it doesn't really fit on the last one, it's too thin, and then you have to put through 3 of them, and then it keeps falling off, and every time it falls off you get bigger stitches here. So this is the reason why I make by hand. So and also looking from the top as well, so you don't miss any stitches. As you can see, it's going really well here on my machine, so if I can do it, you can do it too. So I'm making 180 rows. I made my 180 rows, and now to remove the work, I'm going to just make one full row. And then I'm going to remove with my circular needle, just any side you prefer, and then from the bottom to the top of the stitch. So to finish this now, all I'm going to do is work with a crochet hook and this needle. The needle is really just to make the stitches more visible, and it's a really easy way to remove the stitches from the machine as well. So like if you finish with a waste yarn here on the top, you can work this same way. So I'm grabbing this first stitch and then the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through again, and then one more chain in between, and then again repeat the same thing, yarn over, pull through, chain, put through the next stitch, yarn over, yarn over. So I'm making a chain in between the stitches, so it's very open at the end and it's not too tight on the waist. Otherwise it would be too tight on the waist. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm going to stitch all the parts together on the sides and on the front and the back as well. Okay guys, so this is what I have now for this top. As you can see, that's a good height. Yeah, I'm happy about it. So it goes all the way to the waist here. And all I'm gonna do now, as you can see, I already stitched the sides of it and also the back of it. Most of it I did like the same height, so all the way to the same, so you just put one on top of the other and then you just join both panels together here. And now I'm going to join this last part of the front here as well with the matrix stitch, and then I'm gonna add a little crochet border as well, because you can see it curls, like it doesn't really matter much for this one, I don't think, but I would like to add a little different crochet edging around it, so I'm gonna use just a off-white color that I liked. So I'm doing this now. I'm gonna join this. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna join this and then how I'm gonna make the crochet edging. I'm gonna probably make around this part here and this part here. To join this both sides together, well, I'm gonna use the matrix stitch. So what I'm normally do, I just go through the first stitch just to close both, and then I'm going through this one. It's a little loose this way because it's cotton made on that machine. Will always look like that because that machine, it's probably around 6.5 millimeters knitting needle. It's a bit too much of a size for cotton. 6.5, 7 millimeters too much for the cotton. That's why it's see-through. Okay, for cotton you normally use 3.5, 4 millimeters max. Anyway, what I'm doing here is the matrix stitch. So you grab one side and then you grab the other side and you put through 2 rows in between that V's and you grab that part here. Just make the V opening here as long as you want. Okay, you can make it very, very open, or you can make it a little more closed. So I'm going to keep doing this here now. Okay, make sure you always use the same one, the same stitch to go up, and then because it looks better at the end. So I got here my 3.5 millimeters hook. And I'm going to just start in one of the sides just to make sure I got it right. I never like to start in the middle, just to make sure. So I got just any yarn in an off-white color. They are not the same brand, but because I didn't have that same one in off-white, but they are both cotton. Chain 1. Then let's see if we skip a few, make it here, what happens. I just want it to be longer. I'm going to stick to what I did here. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, 1 more. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet. So I'll be just repeating that all around, and that's gonna give the edge that I want and that I saw on my Pinterest, and it looked really cool, and I think it's really actually it's a trend now, this kind of finishing. So I'm just gonna put some pictures for you guys to have a look. And this is all I'm doing in every single side and on the bottom as well. So thank you for watching, and I see you next week.